The National Sea Rescue Institute has issued several safety alerts amid inclement weather conditions forecasted by the South African Weather Service. Rough sea conditions have been reported around the coastline, and rough seas and gale force winds are causing hazardous inshore sea. The NSRI is appealing to the commercial maritime industry that are at sea to wear life jackets during commercial operations. The NSRI's spokesperson, Craig Lambinon, joins us now via video link for more on the alerts issued. Thank you so much, Craig, for your time, and good afternoon to you. So given, that the South African Weather Service had to escalate its weather warning levels from 6 to 8, how dangerous a period is this? I mean, especially for the commercial maritime industry that could be at sea during this time.
Yeah, so it is very good day to you. It is very, very likely that there are fishermen and vessels at sea. We have appealed to them to wear their life jackets during commercial operations, but we are also appealing to the public to look out for the South African Weather Service's warnings that they post. It's imperative. Preferably don't launch to go to sea if you don't have to. Very often what we find is sports enthusiasts or sports fishermen might want to use this weather for their sport. Especially extreme sports enthusiasts. We are appealing to you, don't put yourself in unnecessary risks, rather be safe. We are a high tide this afternoon will be at around 4 p.m. This weather cycle, the hazardous coastal conditions are being compounded by the fact that we are in the new moon spring tide, meaning the higher than normal high tide and lower than normal low tide. So around the coastline, it is hazardous. Don't put yourself in unnecessary risk. Be safe. And as we've coined the phrase, let's keep each other safe.
And we do obviously understand that the new moon spring tide, it peaked in the early hours of Saturday morning. Just explain this phenomena to us and the dangers it imposes then to especially, just ordinary citizens.
Yeah, so spring tide happens at full moon and again at new moon. So for a few days before the full moon or the new moon, you'll experience an increase in the tide height, and the low tide will be lower than normal, and that'll peak on the day of the new moon or the full moon, and then it'll start to subside. So this new moon spring tide is already starting to subside, but you'll notice it's around 4 o'clock this afternoon, irrespective where you are around the coastline. It's going to be rough. Yeah. And you can expect that. And again at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So every 12 hours you get a high tide, and every 12 hours you get a low tide. So just be aware of that. Preferably don't go down to the beach if you don't have to, but definitely don't launch your craft to go to sea unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah. And just on that note, I mean, we've also seen 2 cold fronts, make landfall over South Africa in as many days. I mean, does the icy temperature drop, escalate the dangers in events like extreme sports fishing, and coastal hikers and the like?
Yeah, so look, I mean, any type of inclement weather like this is going to pose dangers on all fronts, inland and around the coastline. So our appeal is for everybody to be aware of this. Follow the South African Weather Service's safety warnings that they post and their updated forecasts. They are up to date with what is going to happen, what is being forecast, what is approaching. But let's just all be safe during this time. If you don't have to be out, rather don't go out.
I would imagine, Craig, that you are consolidating, of course, with various other, disaster management teams. In terms of your own measures, I mean, have you identified any no-go areas, per se, especially when we start talking about inland waterways like bridges, etc.?
Yeah, so we do also appeal to, especially with the rainfall that is happening. A heavy rainfall, you'll have swollen rivers, lakes and dams are going to be hazardous. The same applies. Don't try to drive through flooded roadways. Don't try to cross over bridges that are under swollen rivers or flood rivers. But NSRI, the maritime authorities, the emergency services, the South African police services, and disaster risk management We're all on high alert.
Yeah.
Nothing really changes for us. We're on high alert 24 hours a day, every day of the year. But we're ready to come and assist if necessary. But the appeal is, don't get into difficulty in the first place. That is the appeal. And if we can add that we really, really appreciate the amount of time that the media is giving to this, especially like yourselves, to alert people of these hazardous conditions and dangers. It's really appreciated from all of us.
Yeah. As we wrap, Craig, just to confirm, there are no incidents reported from your side, at least, at this present time.
Yes, there's only one weather-related incident, and that was yesterday afternoon in Mossel Bay, where 3 people were cut off on a rocky outcrop by the high tide. So that's only one weather-related incident. Otherwise, to that, there's no other weather-related incidents around the coastline or on inland waters. But disaster risk management, the emergency services, the South African Police Services, fire and rescue services, they have their hands full at the moment on inland, where they're dealing with multiple cases. And obviously our thoughts are with all the people who have been displaced.
Yeah, and so are ours. Thank you so much, Craig, for your time. And of course, we will continue to get updates from yourself. Thank you so much. Craig Lambinon there is the NSRI's spokesperson, of course, just monitoring developments there from the weather front in the Western Cape and also other provinces.